What is going on, guys? Evan here from Evan Sports Corner, back with another live stream channel. Today, we have the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings here on Sunday Night Football. Starting this one a little later, but here we go. Cowboys on a 2nd and 5 inside the 10-yard line. Fourth quarter coming to a close. Dak handoff. Malik Davis up the middle. Fights to the goal line. He'll be at about the 1-yard line, and that is where we'll start the second quarter. Cowboys will be right at that goal line. So that's the end of the first quarter. Anyways, yeah, the Cowboys. They have a lead early. They're looking to take the lead here again. Quinnen Williams getting that early interception on J.J. McCarthy, just outrageous. By the way, great play by Donovan Wilson. And then, now we have a good chance here at the goal line. We get a touchdown to Naylor, but we're in a good spot right now. We're in a really, really good spot, looking to go up 14-7. Love you. So here we go. Second quarter starting off. We'll see if the Cowboys can get in the end zone and take this lead. Dak's doing Dak right now, though. Dak's doing his thing. If you are listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. We'll see how this game goes. Cowboys looking to make some big things happen here. Again, the playoff picture is wide open in the NFC. A lot of teams lost today. We'll see how it all shakes out. Here we go. Cowboys at the 1-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Davis in the backfield. Devontae Williams is banged up. Prescott, play action, running, throwing, end zone, incomplete over Lamb's head. They got a little tricky with it there. They tried to get Dak on a little play action. CD was bracketed. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and goal. So good coverage there from Minnesota on the back end here from the 1-yard line again. I want to see Dak throw a touchdown, but you know what, Shoddy? Got to trust your O-line, right? That's okay. This is 2nd down and goal. Apparently, this is 2nd down and goal now from the 1. Lamb in motion, and they'll go up the middle. Davis right into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys! And there you go. So there you go. Malik Davis in the game. And he gets great blocks up the middle. And the Cowboys are going to take a bigger lead here. Aubrey with the PAT. It's good. And there you go. Cowboys with a great drive right there. CD made some big plays. And there you go. Cowboys looking good early on in this game against this Minnesota Vikings team. If you guys are listening again, be sure to click the subscribe button. We'll see what happens here. Yeah, J.J. McCarthy threw a touchdown to Jalen Naylor to make it a 7-7 game. Cowboys went right down the field and scored a touchdown, though. Javonte Williams questionable return with a shoulder injury right now. Man. Here we go. Minnesota can get the football. Second quarter, Cowboys lead 14-7. 2 touchdown drives led by the offense today. Dak Prescott doing his thing early on. And here we go. Minnesota to return this kick. And here we go. On the return to the 25. And a big hit right there from the Cowboys. Shamar James there on special teams. Or is that Brevin Spanford? Beautiful. So we'll see if Justin Jefferson can get going. He's been such a dominant force on the field pretty much his entire career. But these last few games, it's been a struggle for Jefferson. I mean, look, it's that simple. The quarterback position's been a complete disgrace. I mean, you got J.J. McCarthy, Carson Wentz, Max Prosmer, and it hasn't been good. Anybody who drafted Jefferson in fantasy this year was hoping for another great season from Jay Jettas, and he has just not been there. And I think a lot of it's really not his fault. That's kind of the unfortunate thing. We'll see if he can do something here today. 1st and 10, the 25. McCarthy, handoff to Jordan Mason up the middle. We get the solid gain. Cowboys were stuffing the run early on in this one, but a couple solid runs here and there. So Micah Parsons and Patrick Mahomes tearing their ACL today is crazy. I don't know. That's crazy. Matthew Golden. Second down and 3. Handoff to Mason. He nearly broke through again. And he's going to be a little short. And he's clearly really frustrated that he just didn't have that extra burst there to get through. And what could have been just a huge play for that offense. Here we go. 3rd and inches. Handoff up the middle. And a first down for Minnesota. Good push from their interior line. First and 10, McCarthy dropping back to throw down the field, incomplete. It was Jefferson matched up against Bland, and Bland wins that battle against Jettas. Bland versus Jefferson gets a grab onto that jersey. Good note. I'm glad they didn't call a PI on Deron Bland there. That would have been sad. But yeah, here it is. It's one-on-one on the outside, and Bland doesn't really do a great job turning the head. I don't know. It could have been. But yeah, there you go. Mahomes tears his ACL. That is terrible. We'll talk about some of the games from this from this afternoon slate. It was a loaded afternoon slate full of high-level games. Second down and 10, halfback draw to Mason, and he is fighting, trying to get a few yards. The Cowboys' run defense was all over him. But we had some huge games this afternoon that were just, again, extremely pivotal to the playoff race, extremely pivotal to the NFC conference. Green Bay losing to the Denver Broncos on the road. That was a tough game. Green Bay loses Micah Parsons for the season with an ACL injury. That's obviously the big story that comes out of that game. You get a great game between the Seahawks and Colts, or not a great game, but a close one that the Seahawks end up winning late. And then the Rams take down the Lions. Third and 8, McCarthy winding up, going deep. Jordan Addison's wide open. Oh my goodness. He gets all the way down inside the 5, and Addison, my goodness, you couldn't ask for a more wide open throw for McCarthy to make. That's unbelievable. How is he wide open? He beats Kalen Carson clean. He's open by a mile, and this is just the easiest throw of all time. Oh gosh, that is so bad. How in the world do you allow that? Man, our secondary is so terrible. First down and goal at the 4-yard line. McCarthy under center. In the backfield is Mason, and we have a timeout here on Minnesota. That play clock was winding down, so the Vikings will call a timeout. That's embarrassing, man. This secondary sucks. Just when the front starts to get a little better, man, the secondary is reeling his ugly head. That's embarrassing. That's so bad. Did Patrick Surtain pick that off? What a pick. That's a great delivery. First and goal, handoff from McCarthy up the middle to Mason, and Overshown is able to get him down short of the end zone, a couple yards short. Overshown was there. Cowboys star linebacker who is back from injury. This secondary, though, stays getting destroyed right now by this Vikings passing attack, which, again, coming in this game, McCarthy's really struggled. DeMarvion Overshown, though, does a terrific job here. He does a great job reading it, and then he gets in, grabs the legs, and doesn't allow him to get through. That could have been a touchdown, but a great play by Agent Zero, who's getting more back, just getting week by week better and better from his ACL injuries. Here's a second down and goal. Vikings go empty here, and now they motion him in inside. It's Naylor. McCarthy has time, looking end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Jettas. Flag is down, though. And Jettas looks very sad. It's an illegal formation penalty on the Vikings, so Jettas' touchdown will not count. He's very frustrated. It's just been that kind of season for the Vikings. As you know, again, wide open Jettas here, so they called it on Oliver, the tight end, who I guess just wasn't, it was a legal formation. He wasn't lined up properly. So that backs up the Vikings, takes away the touchdown, and that is just very unfortunate for them. J.J. McCarthy, the Michigan man. Second down and goal. They're backed up now all the way to about the 8-yard line. Second down and goal. Naylor motion. And McCarthy, it's a timeout? Timeout, Cowboys. Wow, this is embarrassing. We cannot get our personnel adjusted properly, and we're going to have to call a timeout. It's just a mess from the defense down here. Oh, Eberflus, man, you got to go. You got to go, my friend. You got to go. Biggest issue with the team right now. Here we go. Second and goal. McCarthy looking left, throwing end zone, incomplete, way out as it was Jefferson versus Siobhan Ravel. And it's good coverage right there. Again, this is a tough matchup for the rookie, but he goes against Jefferson right there, and McCarthy kind of sails that throw out of the play. Yeah, he just sails that football out of bounds. 3 targets, no receptions for Jefferson. Only one was the touchdown. Third and goal. McCarthy looking. Pressure comes. McCarthy stepping up. He's going to run for it, and he's going to be short. Malik Hooker with a good tackle there on the goal line. It's going to be 4th and goal from the 1 for Minnesota and Kevin O'Connell. My goodness. J.J. McCarthy went for it all there, and he's going to be short of the end zone. So here we go. 4th and goal. Vikings will go for it, and they're going to have to get the snap off quickly or call timeout. McCarthy gets it off up the middle. Oh, he kept it himself. J.J. McCarthy, touchdown. What a play. What a play call by Kevin O'Connell. The run up the middle was completely stuffed, and he keeps it himself. That was just, wow. I want to watch that again. What the heck happened here? Oh, beautiful fake. Beautiful fake by JJ there. Beautiful fake. And bang. 9:28 to go, and the McCarthy-led Vikings have tied this football game 14-14. Yikes. That's kind of embarrassing right there. I'm not going to lie to you. That is the defense. This defense is so bad. Oh my gosh. To give that up right there in that situation is just embarrassing. Oh man. That is crazy. What a play, though. J.J. McCarthy gets into the end zone on the rushing touchdown. My goodness, that was embarrassing to give that up. Cowboys are returning it here. Turpin going through. Cavante Turpin down the sideline. "2025 Cowboys offense has been one of the best offenses in the NFL this season. If y'all are listening, by the way, be sure to click the subscribe button if you haven't already. But then there's our defense, which has allowed almost 30 points a game, second most in the NFL, one of the highest yardage totals a game. We'd be the second team in NFL history to score and allow 29 points per game. So our offense is elite and our defense is awful. Here's the handoff to Malik Davis. Javonte Williams is injured right now, and I don't know when he's coming back, but as of right now, he's not there. Davis is in at running back, and he is stuffed right there. Second down coming up again. Javonte's got his shoulder banged up right now. Second and 10. Prescott, pass deflected and off Lamb's hands, incomplete. Third and 10. Vikings trying to send some pressure, and the Cowboys will flip it out to Ferguson. He turns upfield. Ferguson across midfield to the 50, where he'll be marked a few yards short of that first down marker. There's Ferg. 4th down and 3 coming up. You know how aggressive Shoddy likes to play things. Shoddy's aggressive. He's definitely going to go for this, I think, right? Yeah, we're going for this. Yeah, for sure. Here we go. 4th and 3. Cowboys have Turpin and Lamb. Haven't seen much of Pickens today. Maybe it'll be him. They got Davis in. Looks like he's going to be in a protect here. Lamb in motion. And Prescott hard counting. And he gets the snap off. Here we go. 4th and 3. Prescott down the middle. Pass caught. CeeDee Lamb. First down, Cowboys. Here we go. Handoff up the middle to Davis, and he'll lunge forward for a few yards. Second and 5. Prescott drifting back, throwing incomplete. Third and 5 now from the 28-yard line. And the Cowboys are out of alignment here. And so now there's a lot of confusion. Let's call a timeout. Yeah, those are Devontae Adams with his hamstring strain. Third and 5 now for the Cowboys at the 28-yard line. 6:40 to go in the second quarter. Three-man rush. They get pressure. Prescott spinning around. Extends the play. Dak's got to go, and he'll be sacked. So the Cowboys are going to have to be forced to kick the field goal. No fake punts now, or no fake field goals now. From 51 yards, Brandon Aubrey. And the kick. Oh, he missed it. Wow, Brandon Aubrey never misses, and he just missed. That's unbelievable. Oh, boy. 14-14 game, and Aubrey, again, just not a guy who misses too many field goals, but right there, he just did. From 51, he sent it to the right side, and he just couldn't keep it in, so tough drive. Yikes. That was not a good drive, man. That just, it stalled out, and then eventually it just, man, that's not good. George Pickens struggling to get involved early on in this game, too. Man, oh man, oh man. All right, we'll see how this goes, though. Again, the Vikings will have the football now, and their offense has actually been doing pretty well against this Cowboys defense that's just really struggling today. We've been leaving guys open, ton of busted coverages. If you are listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. Quentin Williams in the medical tent. Oh, no, that is definitely not good. Oh, he came back in. Okay, we're good. Here we go. 1st and 10. McCarthy dropping back, throwing check down underneath to Aaron Jones, and he'll be tackled by Logan Wilson on the far side of the field. Why are they showing J.J. McCarthy versus Josh Allen mechanics? McCarthy, they're comparing him to Josh Allen right now, which, I mean, we're making him look like Josh Allen as we do most weeks to most quarterbacks. We make most quarterbacks look like superstars. McCarthy 6 for 9, 125 yards. The pick early on and the misdirection on the toss to Jones. It works like a charm. Aaron Jones across the Dallas 40. This Cowboys defense, it looked like there was going to be some slight improvement. And now we've reverted back to square one, where we have very little defense. And we're not stopping anything. I mean, again, 9. J.J. McCarthy is out here slinging it around and beating us. How is this happening? I don't get it. I don't know why we're allowing this to happen. J.J. McCarthy sucks. We need to get pressure on him, or else we're in a lot of trouble. Again, I mean, this team, the Vikings offense is still talented. 1st and 10, and McCarthy fakes the handoff. It's a play action. There is zero pressure, and he'll just check it down to Jones, who's going to be wrapped up by Revel, who came in hot. Thought he was about to make a big play. Again, gave the Vikings good field position on the rare Aubrey miss, and now McCarthy's back here dealing, and he just checks this one down. This is an easy throw, though. Again, nothing's open downfield on these last couple dropbacks, but we're not getting pressure. Guys got to start getting through. Dono, Williams, Kenny, Osa, Jadeveon Clowney. Like, dude, our guys got to get pressure. It's been bad. Oh, we only have one timeout left? I didn't even know that. Oh, okay. 2nd down and 5 for McCarthy and the Vikings. Here we go. J.J. McCarthy, slant pass caught. There's Jefferson near the 21-yard line, and J.J. finally getting involved in this offense. Again, the touchdown he caught earlier didn't count. And the Cowboys defense just keeps getting worn down. Jefferson still leads the Vikings in everything. He's still going to be a 1,000-yard receiver, but for his standards, this has definitely not been a great season. From the 21-yard line, McCarthy motions Naylor, and he'll hand the football off up the middle. A flag is down as Jones able to lunge forward for a pretty solid gain. What were the fouls on both teams? Gosh. Unnecessary roughness is going to be called on the Cowboys here, which is an interesting call. If you're listening, by the way, be sure to click the subscribe button. Okay, so they're both going at it here. Where's the... Oh, he threw the last one. Carson, bro, you're an idiot, man. I mean, why are you playing? Why is Kalen Carson playing? We have no one else. I get it. We have no one else. He's been awful in this game, though. 15-yard penalty because he couldn't control his anger. He got burned by Jordan Addison by about 10 yards. We have no corners. And Bland, I mean, we've seen Bland, what he does when he's not in the slot. Ugh, he can't play outside, so... Vikings now at a 1st and 10 just outside the 10-yard line. It is not looking good for the Dallas Cowboys at all right now. Defensively, we are getting destroyed. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line here for the Minnesota Vikings. Clock is down at 2:40 in the first half. McCarthy, handoff up the middle to Jones. He's stuffed to the line of scrimmage. There's the Cowboys' run defense that was there early on in this football game. Again, struggled the last bit. Yeah, JJ McCarthy, that was crazy. If you are listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. It has not been a good first half for the Dallas Cowboys. 2-minute warning coming up. They could have the lead right now. Again, a rare Brandon Aubrey missed field goal. That's how you know things aren't going great. Yeah, we're down. I mean, we're tied. But we're about to be down, and again, things were going well there. First drive, we get an interception on JJ McCarthy on the first drive of the game. Score a touchdown. It took 11 plays after that. We scored back-to-back punts. Vikings tie it. Then we go right down the field, score a touchdown, and then we just missed this field goal. And now all of a sudden, a couple plays here and there, Vikings have a chance to take the lead. Now we do get ball out of half, so we can try to hold them to 3. We'll see. Man. Yeah, so we'll see. 14-14 the score. After the 2-minute warning, Vikings will have a big opportunity here. Yeah, so the Packers are expecting Micah Parsons to. Yeah, they're expecting Micah to that was a torn ACL for him. So there you go, Micah. I mean, that's obviously extremely significant and really sad that happened to him. Yeah, it sucks. I feel really bad. It's awful. It really is just awful. Here we go. 2-minute warning is over. Second down and 10 from the 11-yard lines where the Vikings will have the football. Here we go. McCarthy. Bunch set to the left. J.J. McCarthy looking right side. 1-on-1 Bland on Jefferson. That ball is overthrown. So Bland does a good job on that one. It's going to be incomplete. 3rd and 10 coming up. And if you are listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. Cowboys will have one timeout. So we'll see if that does anything. But yeah, be sure to like up the stream and click the sub button if you're enjoying listening to. McCarthy released this one early. It's a little hand fighting, easy work. Bad, kind of just threw this one out of bounds again. I don't know. Jefferson had a realistic shot at that one. Kind of airmailed to throw again. 3rd and 10 from the 11. Cowboys, can they get something here? They got to get pressure on 3rd down. Vikings motion to man the left side. 3rd and 10. McCarthy. Got to get pressure. Throwing. Hawkinson. Incomplete. Nearly intercepted. It was not a good throw from J.J. McCarthy. And the Vikings will have to settle for the field goal. Hawkinson was the intended target on that throw, and McCarthy just missed him again. So not a great goal line sequence there. 3 straight, a couple incompletions right there for McCarthy, and Will Reichard will come on to kick the field goal, the former Alabama kicker. 22 for 24 on the season, and he will kick a field goal from 29 yards to give the Minnesota Vikings a 3-point lead. This is from the right hash, Reichard. And he's been very good this season for them. Here's the kick. It's up, and it is good. And it is a 17-14 Minnesota lead after the field goal. So there you go. Reichard's kick is good. Cowboys will get the football back. One timeout, 1:48 to go in the first half. Again, it could be, Aubrey with the 51-yard miss on the last drive. Oh, hey, whoever subbed, thank you. If you guys listening again, be sure to click the sub button. So there you go. Vikings have the lead now for the first time today. Yeah, a lot happened in the NFL today. A lot of injuries. A big day in the NFL in terms of just games. Again, the Bills took down the Patriots in a great game in New England. Bills were able to find a way to battle back in that one. Seahawks beat the Colts, officially established themselves as one of the top teams in the NFC. We've been knowing that, but that's a big win right there. Colts continue to slide even further down with both of their division rivals in Houston and Jacksonville winning today. They're cooked. Let's see. Chargers eliminate the Chiefs from the playoffs. Mahomes obviously torn the ACL. Prayers up to him. I hope he's better next year. He'll be ready to go. Eagles looked back to their normal selves with a dominant win over the Raiders. I mean, who cares? The Raiders. Niners take care of business against the Titans. Broncos win a great one against the Packers. Packers lose Parsons for the year. So that definitely clouds things up for them. That's a team that's already dealing with a lot of injuries. Christian Watson's banged up. Tucker Kraft, their star tight end, out for the season too with an ACL injury. Yikes. Rams take down the Lions in a battle out there. That was a really fun one to watch as well. Matthew Stafford with a good game, but the Rams lose a critical piece as Devontae Adams with a significant hamstring injury going forward. So the Rams are in trouble in that sense, but they did get the win today. Jared Goff played great, but the Lions just couldn't establish the ground game. A week after Jahmyr Gibbs couldn't be stopped against the Cowboys, Gibbs only 13 carries for 38 yards today. Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jameson Williams were dominant as they combined for over. Wait, what was that? Yeah, that was almost. They combined for almost 300 yards, but they combined for 3 touchdowns as well. Amon-Ra with 164, Jameson with 134. They dominated. Goff was great, but it wasn't enough against the Rams offense that was clicking all day. Blake Corum had a touchdown. Kyron Williams had a couple touchdowns. Puka Nacua had almost 200 yards. I mean, yeah, and then 2 touchdowns for Colby Parkinson. So there you go. But yeah, if you guys listening, be sure to click that sub button. Again, really helps out the YouTube channel. But yeah, I mean, it was a crazy day in the NFL. Devontae Adams getting injured, though, was a big loss. And Devontae's been a touchdown machine for the Rams this season. So, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. As this kick is going to roll out of bounds there from the Vikings. That's a bad miscue there because the Cowboys are now going to get a penalty and they're going to get great field position. Again, Aubrey did just miss that last field goal, but again, Aubrey's a guy who doesn't miss field goals too often. He still has that amazing leg, and now we're in good field position to have a chance to get him out there for another big kick. So we'll see if the Cowboys can double up here before halftime. It is 17-14, Minnesota with the lead. We do know who's in charge. Dak is in charge. Here we go. Cowboys will start at their own 40. Dak, 6 for 11, 87 yards. Not really putting up the eye-popping stats today. Devontae's still not out there. 1st and 10. 4-man rush. Prescott has time. Lots of time. Now he gets rid of it. He gets hit. He rolled right into that. And so that is obviously not ideal. I don't know what the Vikings are running this back for. This is pretty clearly an incomplete pass. But Dak with not his best pocket presence there. He kind of just went right into that hit there. Again, Brian Flores' defense can be a tough matchup at times. And here we go. Tyler Guyton's still out, so it's Nate Thomas on that left side. And Dak just steps right. Oh, gosh, Dak. He just stepped right into that, man. If he steps up into the pocket, he's got a guy running free down the field. That's a bad one. 2nd and 10. Prescott, no one open. Now he finally finds a man. Ferguson, did he roll over enough for the first down? We'll see where the officials spot him. And they're going to spot him a yard short of the first down. So here we go. Cowboys 3rd and 1, and they'll go quickly up the middle to Lupke, who's going to get the first down. And so there you go. Cowboys do the job right there. Again, only one timeout to work with. Got to be a lot of urgency. And oh boy, we have an injury. Tyler Smith, helmet's off. Whoa. This is not good. Oh gosh, man. So yeah, hopefully Tyler Smith's not too banged up. He was down on the ground without a helmet on. Dark got evaluated for another concussion today, dude. What the heck? Man. All right. Man. All right, so we'll see what's up with Smith. This is just again not good to see if you're the Cowboys. Already got a O line injury with no Tyler Guyton. Now no Tyler Smith banged up. It's no bueno, man. No bueno whatsoever. Man, let's lock in, boys. Let's go. Let's go get some points this drive. Let's go get a touchdown. That'd be great. Double up at a half. Yeah. But yeah, I just feel bad, man. You lose three of top players in this league as Tyler Smith is banged up here. You lose again Micah Parsons, Patrick Mahomes, and Devonta Adams today. Again, Micah and Mahomes done for the year. To be determined on how serious Adams' injury is. On the Cowboys side of things, no Tyler Smith here. So again, Minnesota, multiple backups on that left side of the line. This could get ugly. First and 10. Prescott hands it off up the middle, and we'll get a few yards there. Again, we'll see. That was not a very aggressive play call. We're handing the ball off to Hunter Lupke right now. I mean, we are. The running back depth is not there. Jaden Blue, that pick seems to have been a failure at the current moment because he's inactive. We got a fullback out there. Second down and 7. Prescott. Pressure. Got to step up and throw over the middle. Pass caught Lupke all the way to the 31. Great job there by Dallas. We'll see what Dak does. He's got the offense in control. Pickens doesn't have a catch in the first half. Surely that'll change. Clock is down to 40 seconds from the 32. Prescott got to throw left side. There's Pickens. Catch is made. He's knocked out of bounds. Clock will stop. And I think he got the first down too. So again, George Pickens, never going to be a guy who holds catchless for, too long. I mean, they've done a great job against him. That's a great play by Dak right there to find Lupke on the check down. Good step up. Nice throw. Gets the first down. Again, that's huge for keeping everything moving. And then again, hitting Pickens here. Now all of a sudden, at the 22-yard line, 35 seconds, Oh, wait, we don't have a timeout anymore. Uh-oh. Wait, when did we use it? Was it the injury? Crap. First and 10. Prescott screen to Lupke. This is not good. Lupke fighting. And we got to hurry up to the line here. We got to just get a shot off to the end zone and then probably take the field goal if we don't score on it. 22 seconds here. Now down to 20. Dak's in control. 17 seconds. Here we go. They're going to send pressure. Dak, back of the end zone, incomplete. Out of bounds, looking for Pickens with 11 seconds to play in the half. So the Vikings send big time pressure. Dak threw it up, and it was incomplete. 3rd and 7 coming up with, again, 11 seconds, no timeouts. Again, we lost. I don't know. I guess we lost the last timeout in the Tyler Smith injury. I think it's the only time I can remember that. But Vikings send oh my goodness, yeah, just right through the middle. I don't know if Lupke, what he was supposed to do. Maybe just a chip. Didn't do much, though. 3rd and 7. We'll see if Dak can hit up a famous Dak seam ball on this 3rd and 7. I don't know. And we have a timeout coming up. Minnesota will call the timeout. Kevin O'Connell going to make sure that the defense is all set up here for this final scrimmage play of the half here. So remaining schedules between the Dallas Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagles, who are very close in the NFC East. Philadelphia will take on the 4-10 Commanders twice to end the year, and they'll head up to Buffalo in 2 weeks. Cowboys will have the 10-4 Los Angeles Chargers in Week 16, the Commanders, and then the Giants. So Dallas definitely has a more favorable draw to end the season than Philadelphia, who has struggled with the Commanders in past seasons. Third down and 7 for the Cowboys. 11 seconds from the 19-yard line. Prescott gets the snap off, and he'll just throw it away. So I guess we didn't even try there. Okay. So we kind of just punted on that one. Again, the timeout was gone. We'll just trust Aubrey to knock this down, going to half tied, and we get ball at a half. I mean, as long as Aubrey can knock this field goal through, we'll be fine. 4th and 7. We faked a field goal earlier in this game with Aubrey, and he ran for the first down, which is amazing. We'll see if he can knock this one through. This is from 37. 37 from Aubrey is up, and it is, okay, it's straight through. All right, it was a fluke. Tie game going into with 3 seconds left in the half. Brandon Aubrey knocks it through, and there you go. There you go. All right. You know what? It was unfortunate we couldn't get more, but honestly, I feel like that was always the most realistic expectation for that drive, going into it with only one timeout. Hmm. 3 seconds here. Yeah, Brandon Aubrey, I swear, yeah, it's so smooth and easy. It doesn't even look like he's trying. It's like a little golf chip kind of thing. Doesn't ever look like he's really trying too much, but hey, it's money pretty much every time. So here we go. 3 seconds left in the half. Again, shout out to Will Reichardt for booting the ball out of bounds, giving us good field position on that drive, and allowing us to tie this up before half. So here we go. Aubrey will chip this one here, and we'll see if he just sends this one through the end zone, which he will. And Minnesota, they're going to return this here from the end zone. And down at about the, okay, blow a dead, refs. That is the end of the first half. So Cowboys will get the ball to start the second half. Tie game at 17. If y'all listening, be sure to click the sub button and don't go anywhere, because we'll be back for the second half of football here in Dallas. But the Cowboys are tied up at 17. All right, here we go. Cowboys get the ball to start this second half, and here we go. It's a 17-17 ball game. It's going to be a good one. Cowboys, it'll be Turpin to return it. Can he make a big play here? Cavante Turpin goes down the right sideline. Cavante Turpin speeding past the 40. And if there's no flags, that's a good return for Turpin, who's starting to get things going in the return game a lot more. The explosiveness is still there. So, yeah, I mean, we've had some tough outcomes today. We've had a missed field goal, and, again, our defense still sucks. But, hey, Dak can rile it up in the second half. We'll see what can happen. If Dak can get things going, we need to start scoring a couple more touchdowns. What a game for Bo Nix, by the way. Wow. Here we go. First play of the half. Devontae Williams up the middle. Devontae lowers the shoulder. And just like that, Dallas is already across the Minnesota 45. We missed that. We have missed that a lot. Devontae Williams finally back in the game. He's been dealing with this shoulder injury. And then right here, Devontae gets a good block from... Oh, there's Tyler Smith. He's also back in the game. Beautiful. And so there you go, a couple key Cowboys back in that game. Hunter Luepke, by the way, the fullback, out with a concussion. So one guy in, one guy out. 1st and 10. Back to Williams. Nice cutback. Devontae Williams spinning, and he gets a gain of 3. So Williams back in the game again. Got some extra padding on his injured shoulder. He's coming out of the game, though, after that play. So Luepke, the fullback, got injured on this final return of the half right there. Lowered his head into his own guy there, it looks like. And then he just went down. And that sucks. I mean, God, I hate to see that. Hunter's been doing good this game, too. Like, he's made some really nice plays for us. 2nd down and 7 from the Minnesota 40. Turpin in motion. And Dak has some time. Now he's got to step up and run. Prescott flares it out. Oh, my goodness. One-handed grab by Schoonmaker. What a play! Probably the best play of Luke Schoonmaker's Cowboy career right there, as Dak had to step up, floated it out there. This was definitely not a great throw. They ran a little X-blitz here, they ran a little cross blitz, and Dak right here steps up, flares it out to Schoonmaker, who makes a heck of a one-hand snag. Unbelievable. Again, Jonathan Greenard coming right at him. Dak gets driven into the ground, and Schoonmaker... That is a great snag, man. Holy cow. And just like that, Dallas is set up at the 11-yard line after the 29-yard grab by Luke Schoonmaker. Prescott motions Lamb out to the left. Is this going to be where Pickens gets his touchdown? Prescott looking left, going Lamb end zone. He's taken down, and is there going to be a flag? No. Isaiah Rodgers matched up one-on-one against CeeDee Lamb right there, and Lamb... They're smiling it off here. He thinks that Rodgers may have gotten away with PI. I don't know. So they had Malik Davis right here. What are they highlighting? Was he into pass block? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Malik Davis into pass block. Honestly, okay, the guy drives Malik Davis back into Dak. That's kind of unfortunate. I think Devontae Williams should definitely be in for pass pro. He's really good at it. 2nd and 10, handoff Davis up the middle. He only gets a couple yards before being tackled. Oh boy. Yeah, I think the Malik Davis pass pro thing should probably be a thing of the past. So yeah, that's a great job by Schoonmaker though. Again, that's a big play. 3rd down and 8, Cowboys go empty. We'll see what they can dissect here on this 3rd down and 8. Vikings show blitz. Prescott got to get it off quickly. They throw it underneath to Turpin. He's got nothing. And this drive is going to end in a field goal. My gosh. Dude, this Brian Flores blitzing scheme has really got our offense having trouble right now. Turpin out to the right. And again, why are we not throwing Pickens the football in this moment? I don't get it. Why is Pickens not getting the ball? I'm so... Ugh. Anyways, Aubrey will try it out for his third field goal of the day. This is a chip shot from 26, and he will knock it through. Cowboys have a 2017 lead. Solid opening drive at a half, but we just cannot seem to finish too many drives today. And Minnesota will get the football. And again, not a great opening drive from their defense, but again, this Brian Flores blitzing scheme just causing us a lot of trouble for us at times. Dak is not handling this pressure too well, so not ideal. Um, I mean, again, not a bad opening drive at a half. You'd like to see more. You would really like to see more out of them, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, life goes on. We got to get a stop on defense now, so that's gonna be the key. That's just such a killer, man. Yikes, man. Yikes, 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 yikes. Dak, lock it in, boy. Let's go. Man. All right. So here we go. If you're all listening, be sure to click the subscribe button. Cowboys came out of the half. Aubrey with another field goal. And now the Cowboys will send this one to the end zone. We'll see what Aubrey does, actually. He does usually try to do that knuckleball kick, so maybe he'll do that here as he sends this one short. All right, here we go. Cowboys special teams got to make a play here. Cut to the right side, and it's going to be a decent Minnesota return out of that one. We'll see exactly where he's at. Looks like he crossed the 40, but I'm not 100% sure. Hope I'm wrong. Deron Bland, up and down night for him. He's had some good reps against Justin Jefferson, some really good reps against Justin Jefferson. He also got beat on that touchdown earlier in the game. So we've seen the good and bad from Bland tonight. Again, really good coverage on that Justin Jefferson route right there. Really good coverage on that Justin Jefferson route right there. Again, there's been some really, really good reps. It's the inconsistency, but so far tonight, he's been targeted 3 times and only allowed 1 catch for 12 yards against Jettas. So they crossed the 40. The Vikings will start this drive at their own 42. McCarthy comes out of the half with a handoff up the middle. That's stuffed by Donovan Ezaraku, who bottled up. Was that Jordan Mason or was that Aaron Jones? I think it was Jordan. That was Aaron Jones. Okay, that was Aaron Jones. All right, Aaron Jones bottled up on that one. There's Trevon Diggs, who's on the sideline. And Trevon Diggs has not played since week 6 with an injury. Apparently he's ramping up, but again, there's a lot of issues within the organization internally regarding the Trevon Diggs relationship. So will he come back anytime soon? I really don't know. Second down at 9. He still has not been activated off IR. Nailers in motion. McCarthy fakes the handoff. He's looking down the field. He's going to take a big shot, and it is incomplete, out of bounds. So JJ had to stand there and stand tall, took a hit from Dante Fowler. 3rd and 9 coming up for the Dallas defense. We'll see if they can finally get a stop here as McCarthy rolled out to this right side. Fowler comes in, lays a hit, didn't knock him over. I guess he let up here at the end, but gets enough pressure to force this throw to go out of bounds. And we'll see. It was McCarthy looking for... Was it going to go to Naylor? Like, I'm not sure. 3rd and 9 for McCarthy. Will he go to Addison? Jettas, we'll see. Cowboys send some pressure. McCarthy stepping up, throwing over the middle, incomplete. Had a man open underneath, but the pressure forced him to make a tough off-balance throw. DeMarvion Overshown was there. 4th and 9, and the Vikings, who had fantastic field position to start that drive, only pick up a yard. That's huge. Great job by the Cowboys here. Defensively, we'll see this play right here. Overshown just bull rushes right in there to the... He bull rushes a guy into McCarthy, who forced the step up again. That's just Overshown being Overshown. And the Vikings will have to punt the football again. It has not been a night where there's been too many punts. Vikings taking their time. Cowboys, we'll see what they do here. This punt is going to go out of bounds around. The referee is going to spot this at the 10-yard line. And that is where the Cowboys' next drive will start. Here we go. We'll see what the Cowboys are able to do on this second drive out of half. The defense does its job, forcing that 3 and out. Again, not good special teams coverage. Oh my goodness. Philip Rivers. That is one of the craziest storylines you'll see in sports. By the way, if y'all are listening, be sure to click that sub button. Help out the channel. Philip Rivers coming out of retirement. Hasn't touched an NFL field in years. Comes out of retirement. Practices like about a week. Because the Colts are just in hell right now. And quarterback hell once again. And goes out there and just, leads. Hey, they didn't win, but goes against one of the best teams in the NFL, in the Seattle Seahawks, and makes it a game. That's ridiculous. How were Uncle Phil's stats today is my question. Uncle Phil's stats were solid, right? They weren't crazy, nothing special, but I think, was he able to at least no turnovers, or what was the deal? Yeah, Phil did throw a pick today. Uncle Phil with 120 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Prescott straight drop back, 1st and 10, looking down right side of the field. Got Lamb, big play. CeeDee Lamb, 10 days removed off of that concussion he suffered in Detroit, but he was dominating in that Detroit game before the concussion. And right here, he just slips past the defense, running slowly. He was just open, easy window for Dak right there. And CeeDee has been just doing CeeDee things today. CeeDee is up to 81 yards receiving after that big play. 4 receptions for 81, to be specific. Here we go. Dak. Cowboys are already at the 40. Flanoy in motion, and they fake it to him. Prescott, screen out to Flanoy. He's got to make a man miss. He's tackled by Isaiah Rodgers before he could turn upfield. Nice play there. So CeeDee doing his thing. Pickens only 1 reception tonight. He has been held in check. And here's Nate Thomas today. I think he's been all right. I think Terrence Steele's been the bigger issue. But again, Big Nate out there working against a bunch of different guys. Greenard, especially the main one, who's a very good pass rusher, and he's been solid. The offensive line has been pretty solid tonight, I think, and hopefully they can keep it up. Steele's had a couple rough ones. 2nd and 7, delayed draw to Javonte Williams, who goes straight up the middle across the 40, and Javonte gets slammed down at the end of that play. But Javonte with a great run, and you can just see the difference in this Cowboys run game. When Javonte is in there and when he's not, it is night and day. The blocking here also great job. The interior for the Cowboys line is definitely very good, and they do a great job opening up a hole. Javonte runs through it untouched. Beautiful work right there by him and the O-line. And again, Javonte, he runs tough, man. He's always going to drag guys for those extra yards. And Cowboys already at the Vikings 36, only a few plays into the drive. Prescott dropping back, and there's the screen out to Turpin. It got out there slow. Here goes Kevontae Turpin. He shoved out of bounds with about an 8 or 9 yard gain. So the Cowboys have ran that same motion play a couple times this drive alone. Oh, okay, Javonte Williams. Yeah, I saw the reporting thing come up on the screen, so I was like, "Oh, are they gonna do an update about Javonte's injury?" And nah, they were talking about his how he was being doubted. Um, yeah, we'll see. 2nd down and 1 after that Turpin reception, and here we go. Cowboys now at the Vikings 27. Prescott handoff to Davis, spins, and did he get the first down? I think he did. And the Cowboys O-line will push him in front of that line anyway, but the officials already gave Davis that forward progress first down. So Javonte will come back in here. Him and Davis have the 2 Cowboys touchdowns tonight. And then a couple field goals from Brandon Aubrey. Aubrey did miss from 51 earlier, which again is very rare. First down and 10. Cowboys go empty set here from the 25. Now a motion man. It's Williams going other side of the field. Prescott throwing the screen at the feet of Lamb. The Vikings read that play. They must have watched the film because they perfectly read that play right there. Dak just had to throw that one into the ground. So, yeah, good job by the Vikings right there, not being fooled by the motion there from Javonte. And, hey, that was perfect. I mean, that's textbook defense right there. That was beautiful. So, we'll see. 2nd down and 10 for Dak in the offense. We'll see if Dak can throw his first touchdown of the night. He hasn't been able to get in the end zone yet with his arm. Turpin in motion, and Prescott will give it to him on this little reverse play. Turpin high steps over somebody. He's only going to get about 2 or 3 yards on that play, though, bringing up a 3rd down and long. So the Cowboys' offense has struggled from this part of the field. The Vikings have been able to force them to stall out a lot in this area. I'd say between the 40 and the 10, that 30-yard gap right there, but in that little range of the field, they've really struggled. We've really struggled. The Vikings team has done a good job against that part of the field. They're showing Dallas Turner, the star edge rusher. He's a beast. 3rd and 8 now. Flores' defense showing blitz. And here we go. They're sending him. Flag is down, though. I think this is going to be on Dallas. Back him up 5. So Nate Thomas, the left tackle, gets called for the false start. And now Dallas will be forced to make a different play call here. 3rd and 13 is now the play. Oh, man. Let's see what we got. 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Cowboys are a 1 for 8 on 3rd down tonight. It has not been a good 3rd down day. They're backed up to the 28. Can Dak make something happen? Vikings still showing blitz, and here they come. They send 4. Dak has to get rid of it. Goes over the middle. Malik Davis fighting. Gonna make it a 4th down and about 3. 4th and 3 or so. And we'll see what shot he goes with here. Again, very aggressive. You know Shoddy's going to go for it a lot of the time and trust this offense. It's been the best offense in the league most of the year. So the chess match between Flores and Schottenheimer here. 4th and 3. Ferguson in motion. We'll see if Dak just tries to hard count him. I think the Cowboys are going to go for this, though. 4th down and 3. 5 minutes to go. Split backfield look. Prescott still hard counting. And 5 seconds on the play clock. Does he get the snap off? He will not. Cowboys are going to take the delay of game here. And they will kick 3. Okay, so I thought we were going to go for that. But you know what? We tried to get him off sides. We tried to hard count him there. Vikings did a nice job being disciplined. You know what? I don't mind this decision here at all to kick 3. You know, go up 6. If Aubrey can knock this one through. And just, I guess you got to trust your defense at some point. So this will be Aubrey's 4th field goal of the night. Unfortunately, we've been trotting him out there way too often. And this is from 41. Aubrey from 41, left hash, kick is up straight through the middle. Cowboys lead 23-17 now. So another drive and another field goal. Cowboys have settled for 3 a lot tonight, unfortunately. Just have not been able to execute again. I feel like we're not pushing the ball vertically enough down the field when we get into that zone. When we get across midfield, I feel like we start going a little too many runs, a little too many checkdowns. Man, you got George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb and even Jake Ferguson. Get the ball down the field. Unfortunately, not there. So, oh, man. It is not looking too good for the Cowboys offense today. I'm not going to lie. Oh, man. You're all listening. Be sure to click the subscribe button. It's just been frustrating. We really just haven't done a good job executing in certain spots of the field. I mean, we've had to settle for so many field goals tonight. I think, Aubrey's kicked like 4. He's made 3. He's had to settle too much for these field goals. It's not good. It's not good. I mean, look at this. Right here. After we pick up that first down with Davis, we're at the Minnesota 25. Incomplete short pass. Then that Turpin run play. That's only 3 yards. And then we get the false start, and then we throw the little check down pass. It's like, and then the drive before, same thing. We get that 28-yard, 29-yard completion to Schoonmaker, then short incompletion to Lamb, 2-yard run, short completion to Turpin. It's just like, where's the attacking, man? Where's the vertical passes? Where's the seam balls to Fergie? Where is that at right now? I mean, it's like we're turtling down in the red zone. We're turtling down inside the 40, the 30. Like, it's just, that's what's kind of costing us right now. And we've had a good second half so far. The defense did their job. It's just I don't know. I don't like it. If you're all listening again, be sure to click the subscribe button. About 4.5 to go in the third quarter. Cowboys with a 23-17 lead over Minnesota in this one. There we go. Vikings will return it. The Cowboys' kick return coverage has not been good this season. That's a nice job by Brevin Spanford there, though. And the Vikings will have the football. J.J. McCarthy has kind of just gone as his offensive line has gone tonight. And the Vikings this season have had 15 different O-line combos, second most in the NFL. And everybody knows that O-line continuity is what matters. Man, that's a great catch by Naylor on that first touchdown. But tonight's been one of their best nights of the season. An 18% pressure rate allowed, which is the lowest that they've allowed all season, which has given McCarthy time to make some big plays like that throw to Jordan Addison and stuff, and throws like that. When McCarthy's had some time, he's actually been pretty solid. But on that last drive, the Cowboys got some pressure on him. He made a couple bad throws. Jones will motion out on 1st and 10. Cowboys defense needs to adjust to it. Here's a first down for JJ. 4-man rush. McCarthy down the seam. Pass is caught. TJ Hawkinson over the middle with a big grab across midfield. And that's how you get the offense going right there. I wish the Cowboys would start to hit some of those seam balls, as there's McCarthy just straight over the seam to TJ Hawkinson. And he just runs right over this seam, little bend at the end of this route, right over the middle, and that's just a great throw. McCarthy with a clean pocket. Nice throw, nice catch. And just like that, they're already at the Dallas 44. 1st and 10, McCarthy, play action. He's got to throw it down the field, and oh, he missed Jefferson. He had him open, and it was just a high throw. The pressure affected that one, and I think JJ probably wishes he could have this one back too. He's working on Siobhan Ravel. He gets by him here. Great route. He creates so much separation. That's a tough catch, man. That's just a terrible throw from McCarthy, who was under a lot of pressure from Kenny Clark. And he sailed. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. That's not on JJ at all, man. He sailed that throw completely. That could have been a touchdown with a better throw. And Jefferson, 1 reception for 12 yards. 2nd and 10. McCarthy, handoff Mason up the middle, and he's going to be tackled just shy of the line. He was able to bounce around and make that a much closer spot than it was looking like it was going to be. Vikings are without their superstar left tackle, Christian Daresov. 24th missed game due to injury in his career. It's been an injury-riddled career, unfortunately, for the star left tackle, who, when he's played, has been phenomenal. One of the best tackles in the NFL. And again, they've sorely missed him this season. So Mason ended up getting 9 out of that last run. 3rd and 1 for McCarthy and the Vikings here with 3.5 to go. In the third, from the 35, McCarthy, handoff to Naylor outside. Great tackle by Donovan Wilson. He's made a couple great plays tonight. First, the deflection on that Quinnen Williams interception. And then right there with a great play off the edge to make that tackle. 4th down. O'Connell's got to make a decision here. Does he trust Reichard? But right here, Wilson gets off his block and takes Naylor down for a big loss. And they keep the offense on the field. 4th down and 3. Will they go for it, or will they just bluff Dallas here? They're probably going to go for it. Empty set. McCarthy looking. Has so much time. Going down the field. He's got a man open. And it's caught. 1st down, Minnesota. I mean, just awful defense. He had so much time to make this throw. I mean, zero pressure. Negative pressure from this Cowboys front. And again, we rushed pretty much 2, 3. I just don't get it. Why? How do you still get beat over the top when you drop pretty much everybody back? Awful defensive play calling. Awful. How do you manage to get beat over the top when you drop like 8 into coverage? Just like that, Minnesota to the 14-yard line. And it's going to be McCarthy looking, slant pass, caught. Jefferson breaks a tackle, and he's down inside the 5 with a 1st down. That's how you lose. Eberflus is one of the worst defensive coordinators I think I've ever seen. Nice play call. Nice job. You dropped, instead of making J.J. McCarthy throw under pressure, you pretty much just give him a million years. You give him one read, and he makes a decent throw. Awful. Just completely just incompetent. And I hope I never see Matt Eberflus coach this team again. Now all of a sudden, Minnesota has 1st down and goal from the 3. McCarthy, play action, looking end zone. Hawkinson in the back of the end zone. And the ball deflected. What a play by Marquise Bell there. Flag is down right now. This might be on Dallas. The officials are conversing about it. They didn't put the graphic up until it was too late. So Kenneth Murray gets called for illegal contact. And now, after a good play by Marquise Bell, it's going to be negated by this penalty, which will now set Minnesota up at 1st and goal even closer. Again, I don't understand why Kenneth Murray still plays on this field. I don't get it. Why is Kenneth Murray still playing? All he does is mess up every week. One of the worst linebackers in football, and yet for some reason, Okay, well that's not on Kenneth Murray though. Yeah, okay. They just announced that. They called this on Siobhan Ravel, so that's not Kenneth Murray's fault. I apologize, Kenneth. First and goal, McCarthy looking left to the end zone. Jefferson, it goes right through his hands. Yeah, this is just McCarthy and Jefferson just not on the same page. This ball sails a little high, but Jefferson still, I mean, you're one of the best receivers in the NFL. You got to haul that one in, and he just didn't. But yeah, I mean, I apologize to Kenneth Murray. He's not very good at football, but that was not his fault. That was Ravel. So Jefferson knows another bad miss, and McCarthy just kind of can't believe it. Second out and goal from the 1 yard line. Addison in motion. McCarthy. Handoff straight up the middle. Touchdown. Vikings. I mean, eventually, when you settle for so many field goals, that's what happens. By the way, defensive play call. Again, Eberflus should never coach another game for this team. Fourth down and 3. You have a quarterback who we've seen all game struggles under pressure, and that's a nice blocking. CJ Ham, my gosh. That's about the easiest touchdown he'll ever have. But I mean, it's just like, what are we doing, man? I will never get it. As Reichard PAT gives the Vikings the lead in this game, I will never understand the play call. I will never understand how on 4th and 3, that's your play call. Is you don't blitz anybody. You leave your crappy you leave it up to your god awful secondary. Unbelievable, man. Anyways, I hope everybody on Twitter is raging at Matt Eberflus like I am, because that was just so bad. I just don't get it. I don't get the logic behind it at all. I don't get it. Yeah, I just don't understand how you can keep. Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, I genuinely just cannot believe. Yeah, I just can't believe like he's just so bad at his job. I mean, yeah, like I said, I'll never understand what goes into the decision making to just not pressure that guy. Here we go. That's just so frustrating, man. To give up a touchdown next Sunday night. Patriots Ravens. That'll be a fun one. Cowboys got to handle business, man. This fourth quarter. There's a minute 12 left in the third, so the third quarter's not over yet. But it's embarrassing. You should be winning this game by so much more. The Vikings are not a good football team. JJ McCarthy, you're making him look good, and that's just an indictment on how bad your defense is. As Turpin will fair catch this one in the end zone. Also, George Pickens, yeah, George Pickens has been a ghost tonight, which has been weird. Again, last week George Pickens did not have a good game and hasn't exactly shown up today either. Last week, a lot of it was being questioned about his effort not being very good, and Today, he just hasn't been getting the job done today either. Pickens was unstoppable the last few weeks before this, and then yeah, 37 yards last week, and then only 10 yards so far tonight. So, can Pickens get it going? I don't know. 1st and 10. Here we go. From the 35, we'll see what Dallas can do. Turpin in motion. I don't see Lamb out there. Pickens is, though. Turpin still in motion, and Prescott will hand it off up the middle. Javonte Williams straight through for a 1st down. And Javonte has had a very good night today when he's been in the game. It seems like a lot of his carries just been going for 5 or more yards. Last couple have been going for like 10. It's been really impressive. I loved it. Javonte's a stud. Javonte has been hooping. If you are listening again, be sure to click that sub button. First and 10 now across the 40 after that run. And another handoff. Javonte cuts it back up the middle. Williams fights for about 8 or 9 on that run. I think it was 8. And that may take us to the 4th quarter. There's only about 28 seconds or so left. So we'll see again what happens here. But if again, you're always saying click that sub button. It really helps out the YouTube channel. And again, there's only 15 seconds left. Cowboys could run another play if they choose. And I think Dak is just going to hard count him here. They're actually going to spot him 2nd and 1. And that is where the quarter will end. Cowboys trail 24-23 going into the 4th quarter. And Pickens, again, the story here, he remains very quiet. But here we go. 4th quarter, one final quarter to play in Dallas. It's the Cowboys and the Vikings on Sunday Night Football. Vikings leading by 1. Like, man, I just don't get how Matt Eberflus can get paid however much he's getting paid, probably millions, or how he's been paid millions of dollars throughout his career as a head coach, as a defensive coordinator, whatever he's been paid at, however long. I mean, he's been coaching football for forever, it feels like, right? And how has he been such a how are his defenses so bad? He's a defensive coach. How are his defenses so bad? I just don't get it. I don't get how Matt Eberflus's defenses are so bad. Maybe they used to be good. I mean, were they good with the Bears? Like, I don't even know. But they're just his defenses are so bad. And again, look, I get it. I'll give him grace in some aspects. The talent level on the defense hasn't been great a lot of the season, especially the first half. But come on, man. We're here in the second half. We're in the last 4 games of the season. Some of these play calls are just really confusing. It's just... Man. Just makes me mad, man. It just really does make me mad. That 4th down play call still got me super mad, but see if the offense can finally get in the end zone. That's been another issue this half. We've had to kick more field goals. Let's go score some freaking touchdowns. 2nd and 1 from the 45 or 46, and it's going to be another handoff. Javonte Williams fighting, and he's going to be marked short of the 1st down. He did not get there. He was wrapped up and taken down. I mean, look, I love me some Brandon Aubrey. He's a great player, but I really don't want to see him as much as I've seen in this game, other than on kickoffs after we score touchdowns. The Vikings defense did a great job bottling up Williams there, though. I thought he had a clear path for the first down, but a really nice tackle. 3rd and 1. Here we go. And yeah, George Pickens, he's been taken out of this game. He really just has not been good. He actually subs out here on 3rd and 1. Cowboys going power formation here. Up the middle, and a first down for Javonte Williams. I mean, hey, that's a safe bet. You're probably going to pick up the first down most of the time that you run it straight up the gut with Javonte Williams. And Pickens will come back into the game. Again, he has been held in check. This is the guy who is 3rd in the entire NFL in receiving yards behind only Jackson Smith and Jigba and Puka Nacua. That's how good George Pickens has been this season. He has more yards than Jamar Chase. He's got like 300 or 400 more yards than Justin Jefferson. He's been elite. It's crazy how he's been limited today. 1st and 10. And just starting this 4th quarter, Cowboys are at the Vikings 45, 43 now. Prescott under pressure, and he gets drilled there. Incomplete pass on that play. The Vikings were looking to return it. Dak got drilled on that play. He got rid of the ball, thankfully, as Harrison Smith came flying in off that blitz. The veteran safety still doing what he do, man. Impressive. And yeah, this is a blitz that just comes in off the edge, and Dak has to get rid of this football quickly, and he gets rid of it before Harrison Smith decks him and forces a fumble. 2nd and 10, screen pass, Pickens. You know he's dangerous after the catch. He gets a few yards there. 3rd down coming up. Again, the Cowboys continuing to stall in this area of the field because the Brian Flores blitzes, man, they're just not allowing us to push the ball vertically. And we've got nothing, man. Pickens with his 2nd reception of the game for 16. Cowboys here on a 3rd down and 4. And we'll see. Minnesota's got a lot of guys up at the line. Dak is checking the play. He's going to check into something he likes, and we'll see what he goes with here. 3rd and 4. Prescott steps up. He's going to be sacked. This offense is pathetic right now. Like, genuinely, they're doing such a great job getting down the field, and it's like every single drive, it's the same thing. You have no vertical passing game the second that you enter this area of the field. Right here, another, Van Ginkel comes in off the right side. He just bull rushes Terrence Steele, and Terrence Steele's terrible. Here we go, Brandon Aubrey kicking from pretty much the logo. This is from 59 yards. Aubrey from 59. Oh my goodness, he missed. He completely shanked that one. Oh my gosh. Wow. Arguably Brandon Aubrey's worst game as a Cowboy. Actually, this is definitely his worst game. That wasn't even close. It was a miss the second he kicked it. Wow. This is crazy. He just same thing as the first kick. He just missed it badly to the right. And Minnesota is going to get the football back in great field position. But, I mean, look, it hasn't been a good night for Aubrey. But like I said, guys, Schottenheimer, what is this offense? What is this offense tonight? What are we doing out there offensively? 1st and 10. And McCarthy will pitch this one out to Jordan Mason. He makes a cutback. Nice job by Williams to force him inside, and then Cowboys clean that up there. Yeah, Schottenheimer is getting completely outcoached by Brian Flores right now. Like, it's not even close. Brian Flores' scheme has Brian Schottenheimer's scheme in hell. I mean, his blitz has got us completely cooked right now. Which makes no sense. How were you able to dice up Spagnola's defense and not Brian Flores? We should be prepared for these kind of exotic blitz packages. We played Steve Spagnuolo and we did great a couple weeks ago. What are we doing wrong? They're going to go into empty here on 2nd down and 7. McCarthy dropping back, pressure coming. He's going to step up. J.J. McCarthy going to get the first down. McCarthy was complaining to the official. He wanted helmet-to-helmet contact there. And J.J. McCarthy just steps up. The pocket collapses. He does a really nice job here. And Donovan Wilson he got hit in the head there at the end of that play with the arm. I didn't think you were going to get that call. I don't think so. 11 minutes to go in the 4th quarter, and the Minnesota Vikings looking for this win here from the 40-yard line. And McCarthy, play action, rolls out right. McCarthy slinging it, pass caught. And it's Oliver. And all of a sudden, Minnesota's offense has found the groove. This is just embarrassing, man. Look, you got some uncharacteristic things happen tonight, but this football team is playing awful. I mean, how did we look so good those couple weeks, and we're just completely faltering against the Vikings? The Vikings! We're making J.J. McCarthy look competent. This guy has been awful all season, and we are making him look competent right now because we have we're getting no pressure, and our offense is supposed to be the best in the league, and they can't do crap right now. McCarthy, another play action. He's got a million years, throwing deep. It is caught by Hawkinson. And then you get that fluky crap, and it's just like, yep, it's just that night. I mean, 2 missed field goals from Brandon Aubrey will do enough. Nice catch, Hawkinson. What great concentration. First and goal for Minnesota. Hawkinson with his 3rd reception of the night for 60 yards. It's been a good day for him. And another empty set here for McCarthy and the Vikings. 9:20 to go. Delay game. They didn't call it. McCarthy, out route, pass, caught, touchdown. Naylor, man. He's killed us tonight. That's his 2nd touchdown. We have made J.J. McCarthy look good. Matt Eberflus. This has got to be the end of Matt Eberflus. Riker to make it an 8-point game. That's just so embarrassing, man. Yeah, I mean, oh boy. Yeah, guys, this has just been, I did not expect this tonight. Yeah. Look, I mean, Brandon Aubrey missing field goals. We know that that's just witchcraft. That just like doesn't happen. But I mean, yeah, you're getting diced up by J.J. McCarthy right now. That's just the state of this team. This defense is awful. And again, if this is what it takes for Matt Eberflus to get fired, you know what? Bring it on, man. Bring it the freak on. Bring it on. Matt Eberflus should never coach for this team ever again. He is terrible. His defensive play calling sucks. Again, 4th down and 3. 4th down and 3. That play was the biggest. I think it's the biggest play of this game right now. Was that 4th down play where the Vikings went for it and Eberflus's dumbass self called the stupid 2-man front, leaving a one. Again, the defense is incompetent. What I just don't. What in his. That's what doesn't make any sense to me is what in your right mind as a defensive coordinator you have this secondary that has very little. You got guys back there who have played very little football. Your secondary is terrible. We've known this all season. They're barbecue chicken. And oh wow, South Lake. They lost to DeSoto. And you run a 2-man front, 3-man front. You drop 8 back. Why? I don't get it. I did not understand. I did not get it. I was very confused and I didn't get it at all. That play call made no sense in that moment and it never will. 4th and 3. Instead of trying to pressure JJ McCarthy, speed up his processing, nope. You rely on your crappy secondary to hold up. I was like, man, all right. 31-23. I mean, shoddy, dude. Aggressiveness on offense here, buddy. Here's Turpin on the return, going outside. He gets around the 20. Turpin across the 30, and he's going to run down the sideline. A flag is down, though, so this is coming back. Yeah, I was waiting for it. Where was the flag is the question. Where do they throw this flag? So CJ Goodwin gets called for the hold here. We'll see how far this backs us up. I mean, that's usually how it works on a kick return. When a guy reverses the field like that, it's usually going to end up being a 10-yard penalty. I mean, yeah, it's kick return. It's one of those things where, like, on a kick return, it's like you can't dilly-dally. You can't mess around. And, yeah, right there, it's like that's like right where Turpin ran. It's like when you try to reverse fields and stuff like that, like, it's great. Oh, gosh, we're backed up all the way to our own 10. Yikes. Vikings showing blitz again. It's been working tonight. Blitz is in. Prescott rolls out right, looking, throwing, passes, caught Pickens. Dak put just enough touch on that to get that throw out to George Pickens, who's finally getting going here. Gonna need a huge drive from him. 8:50 to go. Again, Cowboys trail by the maximum of 8. And Nate Thomas is out on the sideline right now. Who's in the game right now? Goodness gracious. Who is... Oh, we've hit desperate times, haven't we? 1st and 10. And we're going to hand the football off. Javonte Williams up the middle. 1st down. Again, he's been bruising. I don't understand why we haven't been running it more. Yeah, so Thomas dealing with a shoulder injury. But yeah, Devontae's running well, and yet we keep trying to throw weird little checkdowns. Dak, like the pot. I mean, yeah, Nate Thomas has been terrible. He's a backup for a reason. 3 pressures today, and Hakeem Adeniji is in the game right now at left tackle. I don't know why we don't kick Tyler. We didn't kick Tyler out there. Okay. Handoff again to Javonte. Runs it straight up the middle, right into the Vikings front. Man. Javonte with 15 for 91 today. Again, it's been a good day for Javonte Williams for sure. Boy's got to be resilient here, and Shoddy's got to call his best drive of the game. If you're all listening, be sure to click that sub button, though. Call your best drive of the game, Shoddy. Let's go. 2nd and 8. We're at our own 44. Prescott with Davis in here, looking like he's going to pass block. Again, this Vikings showing blitz stuff has had us confused all night. They send a bunch of pressure. Dak gets it out quickly to Flournoy. Nice move. Ryan Flournoy. And he's going to get the 1st down. I was getting mad for a second. It's like, why are you juking so dang much? Just go and get the 1st down, man. Oh, they gave him the first. Okay. Yeah, I was like, dude, just go get the 1st down. The first juke was beautiful, but then the second one was a little excessive. Nice job by Dak to get this one out quickly, though. Nice juke right there. Tried to juke Harrison Smith, I guess, and he got pushed forward for the 1st. Here we go. Dallas across midfield. Under 7 minutes to play in this one. Prescott, Ferguson in motion. He only has like 2 catches today. We'll see if Fergie can get involved. And here we go. Dak dropping back. Pressure coming, and a flag is down. It's going to be a hold. Prescott got it out to Malik Davis for a 1st down, but it won't matter. Adeniji, I think, or was it Smith or Adeniji? Someone on the left side got called for holding. Back him up 10. Yep. You bring the backup left tackle in. What does he do immediately? Hold. I mean, yeah. This offensive line is the tackles on this. We need a real tackle. Again, Guyton's not playing. I get it. But, yeah, Greenard just destroys him with a spin move. He just destroyed. I mean, that was, my gosh. He just got absolutely destroyed with a slow-ass spin move off the line. I'm done. And that would have been a 1st down, too. Now, all of a sudden, 1st and 20. Vikings still going to send pressure. Dak's got to get rid of it quickly out of bounds. Man, this... I got to give Flores credit. He is spamming blitz, and why wouldn't you? You got a third-string left tackle in the game. Keep sending it. It's the Cowboys have no answer. I don't know what shot he's supposed to do either. I don't know. Javante's not in enough to pass protect, but, that play had no chance. And again, an out route to CeeDee Lamb where we're on 1st and 20. Like, they're just going to keep sending guys and sending blitzes, and it's probably going to keep working. We'll see, though. 2nd down and 20, and a lot of confusion here. Now I don't know what we're going to do here. 2nd and 20, they send pressure. Dak's getting rid of it. Outside pass complete. CeeDee Lamb makes a juke, and Lamb gets across the 45, so at least it'll make it a 3rd and manageable. But yeah, it's literally just blitz after blitz after blitz after blitz after blitz. And again, that's something that's really tough to combat when your offensive line is as hampered as we are right now. 3rd and 7. Prescott, pressure over the middle and dropped by Davis. My goodness. Dak had to get rid of that one quickly. Davis drops it. It would have made it a little closer. Now it's 4th and 7. We're going to go for it. Sorry, Brandon. You've been terrible today. He's missed 2 50-yarders, but he hasn't been nearly as good as normal. 4th and 7. Here we go. All right, CD or George. They're going to blitz. They're blitzing. Let's see what we call here. 4th and 7. Dak calling something out the line. We'll see what they do. 4th and 7. I think Greenard got a good get off. Prescott got to get rid of it over the middle. He's going to be short. Greenard is down. I thought he may have jumped off sides for a second. I think Davis may have been short, but the spot will determine it all. He's short. Awful. This team just completely folded tonight in every way. They folded. The defense was terrible the entire night. And don't even get me started on this offense as well. They've equally been terrible. Again, you settle for 1,000,000 field goals, you're going to get beat. It's that simple. You're going to get beat if you settle for that many field goals. That's just the reality. And again, I get it, but it's just, it gets to a point where it's like, Shoddy, you got to realize, this season's a wash. Fire Eberflus immediately. Please fire Eberflus. I don't know how you can see this game. But yeah, the league's most inaccurate quarterback, a guy who has just been terrible all season long, hasn't had a clue all season long against any sort of competent defense, is out here dancing on us on our grave right now. Just a complete embarrassment to the sport is this Cowboys defense. It's been just all season long. They are awful. For a little bit there, they were getting better. Just a little bit. But they've gone back to their usual, just, my goodness. It is just so bad at every level. They get no pressure. The play calling on defense is even worse. Yikes, boys. Y'all listening, be sure to click that sub button, though. But yeah, this has been a rough one to watch. I thought we were going to handle the Vikings. I thought, man, J.J. McCarthy's terrible. There's no way we lose to these guys. But boy, was I wrong. I underestimated Matt Eberflus's ability to be terrible. So Greener, the Vikings' best pass rusher, I believe, got the captain patch on. He's going to the locker room, it appears, with this injury they suffered. But either way, Vikings get the stop, and now they have the football from the 39. They go to Mason right up the gut. He's met by some Cowboys. Jadeveon Clowney with the slam down. But I got to give the Vikings credit again. I got to give Brian Flores a lot of credit tonight. He's done a great job. A lot of blitzes. Greener got a heck of a jump here on this play, forcing Dak to step up. And then Dak just threw a check down. I think he had Pickens or whoever was open on that left side, but he just didn't have the time because Greener got in immediately. I mean, Adeniji, bro, he sucks. I mean, he's a third string for a reason. My gosh, he's brutal out there. 2nd down and 7. Can the Cowboys defense get a stop when they need it most? They're going to run the football again. It is a tough cutback for Mason. He's going to be stopped. 3rd down and 7. Wilson makes the tackle. All right, Eberflus, let's see if you call something good or if you drop everybody back. Oh, gosh, Quinnen's hurt. Yeah, crap. Quinnen Williams is down with an injury here. He's been banged up already tonight. He's down here on 3rd down and pretty medium, I guess. Medium longish, like 3rd and 7. Oh, boy. That's what you need. Your best defensive player. Yeah, again, he's been banged up all night. I think he went out earlier in the game. I think it was for a concussion, though. But he is... Yeah, Quinnen's been a force right here. He's getting put to the ground. He's shoved down. And is that head? Oh, gosh. I think he just suffered a concussion, boys. Because he got shoved down and he went like, his head went like right into, I think, Dono Izaraku's knee. I think that might be a concussion. Just kind of the way like his hands immediately went to his head. I'm going to strongly assume that that's going to be a, yeah, I'm going to strongly assume that's going to be, yeah, I think yeah, it's bad. Yeah. Oh boy. This has just been frustrating to watch again. I do not like Matt Eberflus coaching my defense. Yikes. Anyways, yeah, it's just been rough to watch. If y'all listening, click the sub button. 3rd down and 7 coming up, but most likely going to be without Quinnen. We are going to be without Quinnen. Prayers up to him. I mean, I think he did just suffer a concussion, which sucks. We'll see if he's going to be. I mean, apparently he got evaluated. I think he got evaluated for one earlier. Someone said I think it was because of a head injury. I believe. And that right there, I mean, dude, he just took a blow to the back of the head on that knee. I could be wrong. I'm not an expert, but I saw the reaction, how like knee to head, hand with the trauma placement. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Here we go. 3rd and 7. Quinnen Williams coming off the field. 3rd and 7. Clock is ticking. When the ball be snapped, it'll be about the 4-minute mark. Here we go. 4-man rush. McCarthy under pressure. Throws underneath. It's Hawkinson. Overshown makes the tackle. He's short. What a tackle by DeMarvion Overshown. Wilson missed at the ankle and Overshown. Unbelievable tackle. That's an incredible tackle by Demo. 4th and 1. Overshown, you're unreal, boy. So the Vikings will run this clock all the way down to 3:20, call a timeout, and decide what to do on 4th down. Fourth and 1. McCarthy in shotgun. Running the ball up the middle, and a push and easily get the first down. That was so easy. There was legitimately zero push from the D-line on that play. First time out for the Cowboys there. My God, I mean, goodness gracious, dude. Did we have no push whatsoever? That is the easiest hole you could ever run through on 4th and 1. Clowney's coming in off the edge, but I mean, gosh. Yeah, get Eberflus should not, bro, revoke this dude's access to the facilities by midnight, bro. This is embarrassing. Dak, I'm sorry, buddy. I would be shocked if you get the ball back. Vikings have it at the Dallas 48. And we'll see if they run the football here. Up the middle they go with Jones, and he'll be stopped. I'm assuming here goes the second timeout. One remaining timeout. If you stop him, you would get the ball back around the 2-minute mark. But the Cowboys defense, 7th game this season, allowing 30 or more points, which again tied for most in the league. You're in the same company as the Bengals and the Raiders. Yikes. But yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, the Lions is understandable. The Lions are a very good team. But the Vikings with J.J. McCarthy walking into Dallas tonight and putting up 31 on your head. That's an embarrassment, bro. That's just mind-boggling to me. 2nd down and 8. McCarthy, another handoff to Jones. He cuts back up the middle. Aaron Jones, that'll pretty much do it. The ball came out. Was he down or no? He was down. Yeah, I was about to say. I thought he was down. That would be ridiculous, but yeah, no, that's... Did the ball get punched out? We'll see. And... down. Yep, all right. I thought so. I was like, we got excited there, but yeah, right. Yep, ball is still firmly in his grasp, and then he's down. Sure, why not? We're challenging it. And I guess like sure, why not? I mean, it doesn't matter. Your timeouts are irrelevant. The Vikings won. Unbelievable. Again, just now it's over. The Eagles are gonna the Eagles are gonna win the division again. The remaining schedules are irrelevant. The season's over. Just again, just make the changes necessary. Matt Eberflus, please be gone. Please just never coach for this team again. Fire him. Hire a defensive coordinator. Yeah, that took about zero point 0.5 seconds for them to review that. I don't really like again, I get whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter. The game's pretty much over. They have 3 minutes left. The Vikings are gonna run the clock down and end the game. You're not stopping them 3 times anyway. That's what's embarrassing is like you literally knew the Vikings were running the football. You knew exactly what they were going to do, and you still let them get 10 yards. And again, Quinnen's not in the game. I get that, but still, it's like, dude. Well, Jerry, we went for the fences this year. We tried to swing for the big, and we didn't get it to go our way. And again, just make the necessary changes. Please fire Matt Eberflus. I think I genuinely will have zero optimism for this team going forward, as there's a nice stop in the backfield on Jones. I will have zero optimism for this Dallas Cowboys team going forward if Matt Eberflus is retained. Zero. Zero, 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 zero. Matt Eberflus is the worst. He's about, I mean, Mike Nolan was probably worse in 2020. He was really bad too. But yeah, Matt Eberflus is awful. So Aaron Jones always is dominated versus us. He's one of our couple boogeymans, dating back to his days with Green Bay. Vikings are running this clock down to the 31-yard line. They'll hand it off to Jordan Mason. He is stuffed, and that'll take this game to the 2-minute warning. Yeah, I mean Dak's stat line's pretty pedestrian, pretty mid. But we just kicked too many. I mean, we kicked too many field goals. We kicked too many field goals. Kenneth Murray. Third and 11. Vikings run the football, and there's Aaron Jones. He's going to be swallowed up in the backfield. Vikings will run it down with about a minute 10 left. They will call a timeout. They'll kick a field goal, and if they make the field goal, that will make it a two-possession game. So that'll pretty much do it for this one. And they go Minnesota calls that timeout. Yeah, I mean, it's been a frustrating night for the Cowboys. I've been really disappointed. I mean, I thought this team just had a little more in them than this, but this has been an embarrassing one. 100%. That's just embarrassing, boys. This is not the type of performance you wanted to see out of this team. Here we go. 4th and 15. And Will Reichard will step out onto this field and try to make a field goal. This is not an easy one. 53 yards. From 53, Reichard's kick. It is. Stays true. Dang. That'll do it. 53. Perfect, beautiful kick. Will Reichard back to his Bama days with that one. And that pretty much ends this game. Oh, I don't know why I have still a timeout for Dallas. So Turpin will let that one go through the end zone. So here we go. First and 10 from the 35. This is all but just, this is pretty much all game here. As Dak will drop back, pressured, has to step up and throw deep down the field. Oh my gosh, nearly intercepted. Harrison Smith dropped that one. Oh my gosh, Flournoy played DB on that. Second down and 10. Second and 10 here. We'll see if the Cowboys can make something happen. Dak under pressure again, rolling right, throwing, and that is going to be caught. Jonathan Mingo. Wow, haven't heard that name in forever. And Isaiah Rodgers is down here for the Minnesota Vikings with 44 seconds left in the game. Holy cow. Oh, man. For those of y'all still here, be sure to click the sub button. The funny thing about this is, in my fantasy league, there's a playoff game right now this week. I play the winner of it. And my friend, just after the big field goal from Will Reichard, he went up by 0.1. 0.1. He also has Dak. So if Dak threw that interception, that would have been like -1 or -2 points from, and he would have lost. That would have been it. He would have lost. Dak's interception there, if Dak had thrown that interception. I think that in my league it's 2 points per lost for a pick, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Brandon Aubrey did not have a good day today. 51-yard miss, very rare. Then 59. I mean, again, Brandon Aubrey missing 59's got me like, wow, that's not good stuff. That's how good he is, but yeah, I mean, it's been that kind of night. Okay, wait. A field goal is only 1 point. Oh wait, he's safe. Wait, I'm looking at field goals, not touchdowns. Coming down. Yeah, it's -2 for a pick. First and 10, Cowboys at the 40. And here's Dak looking around. Going to have to step up, throw down the middle of the field. Pass is caught, CeeDee Lamb. And again, the clock continues to roll. Cowboys are probably just going to have to spike this football. We'll see what they do. I mean, I don't think it matters. There's under 30 seconds to play. Here's Dak dropping back, looking for a garbage time touchdown to the end zone. That one's out of the end zone, incomplete, with 23 seconds left. This is definitely one of the more embarrassing losses, but now we don't have to worry about the Cowboys playing playoff football. If you're listening, yeah, click the sub button. Cowboys are not going to be playing playoff football. Um, yeah. We're going to try to kick the field goal with Brandon Aubrey here from 41, and we'll see if we can, I guess, just go for the onside kick. Aubrey from 41 does drill it. There is somebody who probably just won a fantasy matchup because of that decision. I mean, logically, that decision definitely makes 100% sense, I guess. I mean, you make it an 8-point game with 19 seconds left, and you're going to need an onside kick either way, so you might as well just give your offense time if you're able to get the onside kick. Onside kicks this year are at 9% success rate. And if the Cowboys got the onside kick somehow, some way, it would take a miraculous situation regardless. It would take just a completely miraculous to get, you'd have to still score 8. That'd be so Cowboy. We get the onside kick, we score the touchdown, but then we don't get the 2-point conversion. 19 seconds to play. Cowboys trailing by 8. And with this onside kick from Brandon Aubrey will be the ball game. And Cowboys needed a win tonight against the Vikings. So here we go. We'll see what Aubrey can do here. Vikings don't have any timeouts, so they will not be able to call a timeout here. But again, you're having to declare. I mean, nah, it doesn't even matter. 19 seconds to go. I was gonna say something about how you have to declare an onside kick in these day and age, which is super lame. Here's Aubrey, onside kick. Took a little bounce there, took a little weird hop, but it is going to be Vikings football, and that's it. The Minnesota Vikings came into tonight's game eliminated from playoff contention, I believe, with nothing to play for. And they come in and take down the Dallas Cowboys, who still had some playoff aspirations coming in today. Again, this ball rolls down a little bit, but overall, Oliver was able to just secure that one at the last second. I gotta give credit to the Vikings tonight. They were the better team. JJ McCarthy looked good, probably one of the first times in his entire career. Our defense was awful, and the Vikings defense was extremely aggressive. Brian Flores knew what he had to do out there tonight, and that's it. Cowboys follow the Vikings on Sunday Night Football, and that'll pretty much be all she wrote for the Cowboys 2025 season. I don't know what the playoff odds are now, but I know they were pretty low going into this week, and I think they got to be even lower right now. So it's unfortunate. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, I mean, I got to give JJ McCarthy credit. He played a good football game out there. He really did. He was great out there today. Um, he made some critical throws, and you know, just it's unfortunate. This is pretty much the end of the season, though. Nice little run in the middle there with those wins over the Eagles and Chiefs, but it is what it is, man. Now we can just wrap up the season. You know, just yeah. If you're all listening though, be sure to click the sub button. It is disappointing at the end of the day. I mean, there was some hope with this team at one point, but the reality is this team just wasn't good enough. The defense started to improve, but it's very clear that Matt Eberflus needs to be fired. It really is just that simple. At the end of the day, Matt Eberflus needs to go. I don't know. I don't know what else you need to see. I don't know what else. Um, I really just don't know what else needs to be seen at this point. he needs to be gone. I mean, it's just other there's no other way to describe it. He needs to be gone. He's terrible at his job. He's literally stealing money from the organization. Elite freaking bank robber Matt Eberflus is. Um, yeah, I don't. It sucks. I mean, the offense not good tonight either. I know they put up 26, and I know you're like, oh, 26, that ain't even terrible. It is bad. I mean, the amount of opportunities we had to score points, and we turtled, and we just had no answer, it seemed, for the Brian Flores blitz. Like, dude, I mean, this was another bad coach game from Shoddy. He was coward at times. We kicked too many field goals. But I also don't blame him too much. At the end of the day, I don't think he's the main issue here because, well, I think he's the main issue for not having us prepared for that blitz better. At the end of the day, if you're going to be one of the main play callers and main people involved with the offense, you got to be better. And if the offense isn't performing, that's on you. But, I mean, took too long to get Pickens involved. He barely got involved today. That's an issue. And, I mean, once again, what are we doing with what are we? I mean, again, the offensive line was bad. We have injuries. Again, once Adeniji came in the game, holy crap, that dude is one of the worst offensive linemen I've seen. Which, again, he's a third stringer. I get it. Now it's officially pretty much draft season, Cowboys fans. Again, I don't know what the odds are, the percentages are. It doesn't really matter at this point. They're kind of irrelevant. If you lose to the 6-8, 5-8, JJ McCarthy led Minnesota Vikings at home on Sunday Night Football, let's be real, you're not a serious playoff contender at all. So, thinking about this, what do we need to have happen? Again, we're technically still in the hunt, but if you look at it, the Detroit Lions at 8-6 and the Carolina Panthers at 7-7 are both ahead of us. And again, Philadelphia, now they'd have to lose I think 3 of their final games. So I don't see it happening. The Rams clinched the playoff berth today. Again, that's what the thing is. You watch this Cowboys team right now. There's no chance in any sort of conceivable way this Cowboys team can beat that Rams team. I mean, I don't even want to know what Puka Nacua and Matthew Stafford would do to this secondary. Oh my gosh. Regardless, I digress. Shout out to Jalen Naylor, 2 touchdowns tonight. JJ McCarthy, again, best game of his career. Start looking at draft prep, man. Get Caleb Downs in here. Get Anthony Hill in here. Get somebody like that who's better. And then offensive tackle's a need. Guyton being hurt sucks. But yeah, right tackle, Terrence Steele gets beat way too frequently for my liking. You have extra draft capital because of the Micah trade. Use it. Use that draft capital. Go fix this freaking defense. Go get you a right tackle. Do what you need to do. And improve this team for next year. Again, it was fun while it lasted to have, some delusional stuff saying, oh, this team can make playoffs. Nah, man. This team, nah. They looked good for a couple weeks there, for sure. They did. They looked good for a couple weeks. But then you really dive into it. And it's just like, that secondary is brutal. I mean, that secondary is just brutal. And again, letting J.J. McCarthy look like a true good NFL quarterback, I don't know about that one. Anyways, but hey, it was frustrating, but still a fun stream, still a good one. Thank everybody for listening. Don't think there will be a stream tomorrow, not gonna lie. Our next stream will probably be Friday night it'll be the first day of my winter break. So I'll be free all day, and I'm looking forward to streaming a lot of college football this upcoming weekend. Oklahoma, Alabama is Friday night. I'm really looking forward to college football playoffs coming up. Again, unfortunately, Texas is not in it. It's been a rough year for the football in this household. But, hey, you know what? My fantasy team's in the playoffs next week. We got to lock in for that. And as far as playoffs go, hey, I'm looking forward to it. At the end of the day, I am. I'm looking forward to college football playoffs. It's going to be a fun weekend. It's going to be a lot of good football coming up. Again, about to be on winter break as well. So Vibes are good, but yeah, JJ McCarthy coming into Dallas and beating us. I don't like that. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like that. But hey, GG to the Vikings. They outplayed us tonight. They kicked our butt. They earned the win, and we fought a 6-7-1. So catch y'all in the next one. Probably again Friday night, Oklahoma, Alabama. See y'all then. If you enjoyed to listen to, be sure to click the sub button, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace out. Have a good night, everybody. Go Cowboys. Oh, we're limited from wildcard contention. Okay.